Making her way to the ring from Liberty City, the Kitty Winona Mason. Looking for revenge in the name of her tag team partner, Rosie Lee. The second half of Pretty in Pink, who did try and capture tag team gold a few weeks ago against Memory, but were unsuccessful. Now wanting to deal with RAYNE Grayson, the wild child, who has been tearing her way through the women's locker room over the last few weeks. And arguably the most ominous, the most feral woman in the entirety of the VWA locker room, main roster and academy combined, restrained by that straitjacket until they get to the ring. A terrifying presence in the squared circle. Has beaten Phoenix Silverette. Has beaten Rosie Lee. Looking to add Winona Mason to that line. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is the woman who got 7 eliminations in the Queen of the Hill match a few weeks ago. And no doubt she will be looking very, very closely as to what happens with that women's title. Ladies and gentlemen, Winona Kitty Mason versus the wild child, RAYNE Grayson. This match is set for one fall, and it's a Vinewood street fight. The only reason Steph is there is to count the pin, check submissions. Winona looking for a very early cover. Looking to end this match as quickly as possible. Knows what RAYNE is capable of. There'll be no countouts, no disqualifications. We have loaded the underside of the ring with a myriad of weapons that these two can use to their heart's content. Winona looking very strong in the early stages of this match. RAYNE Grayson sent outside, and it's Winona Mason who's going underneath the ring, steel chair in hand. Pins can take place inside and outside the ring in Vinewood street fight. Steph going in for the count kick out of 1. Doesn't matter where the cover takes place, so long as it's in the building. Beautiful boxing jabs from Winona. It's a bit of a boxing history, as do many of the women in our locker room. But she is sent into that barricade by Grayson. And a massive senton. Takes down the kitty. Big knee as well. And an elbow. This is what you can't allow. You cannot allow for RAYNE to start getting momentum as she flexes right in front of all of you, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot let RAYNE get her momentum, because once she starts, there is no stopping that freight train of a wrestler. Did have the opportunity to speak to RAYNE backstage. Person of very few words, as Winona pulls out a trash can. RAYNE able to flip underneath that trash can throw. Very elusive movements from the Wild Child. Hurricane Runner from Winona. Back and forth these women go. As I said, I spoke to RAYNE backstage. A person of very, very few words. But they said to me that they have their eyes on Gina and wish them the most luck against Smirnoff later tonight. Because whoever wins that title, RAYNE's gonna be looking for them at Big Bang Brawl. A myriad of body splashes to Winona, slowly wearing them down. But undoubtedly, if RAYNE can put away a third member of the women's locker room after the performance she has put on the last several weeks, we could have our title match at Big Bang Brawl. Winona allowed to recover for a little bit. GREYSON, massive sidewalk slam to the outside floor, a very unforgiving surface. And into the steel steps. Going for the cover. Steph getting outside the ring. Maybe that could have been, yep. That could have been a 3, but Steph very slow on the response. Winona tripping up as this match continues. Massive headbutt from the Wild Child. And Winona now needs to try and do anything she can to put RAYNE away, locking in a submission. I don't think she was able to fully lock it in. GREYSON still with it. Breaks out of the hold. Winona sent back inside, avoiding those steel steps. And GREYSON getting another weapon from underneath the ring. And it is a ladder, ladies and gentlemen. Using it to trip up Winona. Provide that opening. That lands in a very precarious position. And just throwing Mason over the top rope. You gotta wonder, is this now RAYNE playing mind games with the women's division? Look how easy I can throw people over the top rope. I'm pulling out ladders. I know what I want. This sport is all about psychology. Locking in a massive abdominal stretch. Mason able to break away from the hold. Big hip toss. And that steel chair, in a very risky position, landing on that could spell bad news for either of these competitors. Oh, defeat from Winona, and now with that steel chair in hand. Chair shot to the stomach, is that going to be it? Kick out at 1 from GREYSON. Starting to wear down that ankle. Very tactical move from Winona. Don't forget, is not only doing this for herself, but doing it for a tag team partner. Just throwing GREYSON around on the outside floor. But again, those big clubbing blows. Massive boot as well. But Winona gonna try and steal one out here. Is she gonna be able to do it? No. GREYSON able to kick out. It's all legal in this match, ladies and gentlemen. Vinewood Street Fight, there are no rules. Again, tripping up. And GREYSON just deadlifting Winona. This is gonna be real bad. Gravity is not kind. Face first into the hard floor of the academy and into those steel steps. And again, oh my God. RAYNE is relentless, unforgiving, and now going back underneath the ring for another weapon. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. There is your table. Thrown to the side. Looking for another abdominal stretch. Is Winona going to call it this time? Is she going to give up right in front of the audience? No. RAYNE lets it go. What are you doing? You could have had the match won. RAYNE, there's no need for this. You don't need to do this. It's over. Oh my. Body slam on the outside. And again, just throwing Winona around. And now with a stop sign from underneath the ring. Right on the shoulder. Oh my God. RAYNE is there's no need for this. Into the ladder and the trash can. You don't have to do this, RAYNE. Go to the top rope. Is the wild child. Massive splash from the top. Went for a big stomp. Winona finds the window. Hooks the arms. Oh God, spinning net breaker. Just avoiding the ladder there. But RAYNE, just whatever the hell that it is that they feed her, I don't want to know. Because she just gets up like it's nothing. Power slam, looking to put Winona away. Kick out at 1 from Winona Mason. And Pretty in Pink stay alive in this one. Oh, able to fight away. Winona's like caught up in the rope. She's able to get away from it. Winona, oh my God! Right on the ladder. Goes for the cover. Is that gonna be it? Kick out at 2. What the? How? Oh my. Picking up the trash can as well. Throws it right onto RAYNE. She dodges out of the way. Oh my God. Axe handle from RAYNE. And Winona Mason once again looking to steal one. Steph, the referee, needs to get in. Make the count. Kick out at 2. That would have been it. That would have been it if Steph was faster. Winona Mason had this match won. But RAYNE, fighting to stay alive, fighting to send a message to everybody in the locker room. Winona sends her back into the ring, and now she's just taunting with Grayson. But Grayson clutches, has Winona up high, right onto, oh no, avoided the trash can, but a beautiful move. Is that going to be it? No, kick out at 2. I was almost certain that Winona collided with the trash can there, but once again, another deadlift. And now just parading Winona around. Just avoids the ladder, but trash can in hand. Oh my God. I don't know what that was, and now Grayson looking to put Winona away. Massive knee to the gut. Is that gonna be it? Has Grayson done it? Once again, they have. Very, very well done. RAYNE, undefeated in the last 3 weeks. The Iron Woman of the Academy, the Wild Child, stands tall. Very, very well done. Took one hell of a punishing blow with that trip DDT right onto the ladder, but she stands tall. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking a very, very quick commercial break to get ready for the next match, to clean up the ring a little bit. But up next, you've got Goliath and Alexander Angel looking to take on Bubbles and Kobe Smith. The winner of this match, ladies and gentlemen, will become the #1 contenders for the men's tag team championships. Ladies and gentlemen, that is coming up next.